but he makes chili in a different way.
Yeah.
Here's my mom's recipe, my grandma's recipe. Here's my recipe. Mine's got corn in it. Mine's got black beans. Mine's got kidney,
it's like
pinto.
It's like gumbo,
it's different. Every person makes chili differently. My mom makes chili. My grandma makes chili. 2 completely different dishes. And you're gonna tell me it's not food?
People eat it. They consume it.
Please elaborate. At least
it's not classified as anything. It's just like this thing that people fucking cook. It's like a stew. It's a
what?
It's a homologated.
I'm hungry.
It's like a.
It's this fucking guy. You're gonna fly off farting.
It's like a homologated hamburger helper thing.
It's an amalgam of a bunch of different things that has to have a meat, a tomato-based sauce, and.
But
probably
what is
some sort of cheese.
But what is it? That's my thing. What is it?
It's
chili.
Stew. It's chili. Oh fuck! I wasn't ready for this.
You see what I mean?
No, but that's what I mean.
combo.
Like, is it a fucking solid soup? Is it a stew? Because motherfuckers be eating it just in a bowl. People are putting it in like buns and making it into a sandwich.
It depends. See, that's the point. That's the beauty of it. No, listen.
Chili dogs.
It's how you eat it.
Fucking
it
chili
can be a
dogs.
topping. It
People-
can be a
people-
soup.
crackers.
It can be a dip.
Yeah.
It can
It
be
can
whatever
be a
you want it to
fucking
be.
dip. You're right. That's
Dude, you get those Tostitos scoops. There's no going back.
That's why I don't touch it.
Oh,
If it's not a thing, man. It's just something people want it to be. Like it's just what like. I don't make a banana into a sandwich. I don't make a banana into a like.
you never had a peanut butter banana sandwich?
I don't make it. Can you turn a banana into a sandwich? That's what I'm trying to say. Like you can't turn a
slice it in
banana.
half. Smear some peanut butter on both sides.
That's not a
call it
sandwich. That's just a fucking banana. You split it in half.
All right, it's a loaf of bread you cut up.
Oh,
Put
yeah,
some shit in between it. What do you call that?
it's a loaf of bread. Everyone knows it's a sandwich, though.
That's my point. And
Okay.
It can be a sandwich.
A banana can
It's
be
like
a
the
sandwich.
stupid ass. This pisses me off. Is a hot dog a sandwich or a taco? Some people are fucking.
Hot dog's a hot dog. I don't give a shit.
It's a hot dog.
A hot dog's a goddamn
Come on,
hot
it's
dog.
not a sandwich.
Because they got bratwurst, you got all types of shit.
Anything
so.
you want in there.
This
Anything.
conversation's retarded.
People put fucking relish, mustard.
The conversation's like, well, what about ice cream sandwich? What the fuck do you mean it's an ice cream sandwich?
It's an
Of
ice
course.
cream sandwich. It's its own thing. Which is
Well,
which comes to my point. You say a hot dog's a hot dog. It doesn't have to be either. What's different about chili? What's different? Why can't it
chili's
just be
made
chili?
up.
No, then
everything's made up.
What about
It's a-
Jello?
it's
Jello
a-
then. Jello. It's a
I'm
solid.
not talking about Jello. I'm talking about chili.
Chili
Right? I'm
doesn't
talking about the
have to be in it.
homologated hamburger helper that people seem to don't.
All right.
You know what the thing is? They don't. You know what's funny? They don't talk about it because they don't want to. They don't even want to know. They don't want to give a shit. They just want to talk about who's got the best recipe. And at the end of the day, they go home and they don't want to question what it is because they've been taught, oh, it's fucking chili.
Bro, at the end of the day, it's gonna be fucking ground beef, beans, tomato sauce,
Yeah?
and spice.
How are you gonna eat it?
How am I gonna
No,
eat it?
actually,
Oh.
stop. No, Jeremy, don't answer that. What is it then?
What is it?
What's chili?
It's a soup.
He says it's a soup. There we go. We have one clear answer from somebody.
It depends how you eat it.
I mean, it depends.
And he
how,
says,
you know what? You know what?
Are you changing your answer? Or are you,
I'm
are you
not changing. I'm gonna add more.
It sounds like you're not saying it on business. That's what it sounds
I
like.
want to digress. I want to digress real quick.
Okay.
Hamburger helper. Stop.
What do you mean stop?
No.
Fire.
It's called
fire.
Chilio.
What's
Huh?
chili?
That's the season packet
Okay.
that you put into the chili. It's a mixture of probably cayenne powder, cumin,
Yeah.
paprika, garlic, onion powder,
Paprika.
pepper.
Paprika.
It's Chilio.
Okay.
They sell it, and it makes it chili.
That's
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
It's
That's
gonna
why I
be-
say homologated because it's not that thing,
It's an amalgamation.
and I say
Get the
homologated.
Lowry's. Oh, Lord.
See, Lowry's is different, man.
I don't know what that
Lowry's
is.
it's a staple seasoning.
It's salt, black pepper, paprika, cayenne.
There's got to be MSG.
Oh, definitely.
You think?
And it's just a go.
But
True.
This is so
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
regarding on what.
Regressing.
Yeah, regressing. Regarding what chili is, it's kind of like saying, is hot dog a sandwich? Is taco a sandwich? So, like, what is chili? It depends on your definition of a fucking chili.
What's your operational definition?
And you think chili's a soup?
Well, like, if we're gonna go broad, because, like, if a soup is liquid...
Are you not going to stand on what you said? Do you think chili's soup or no? Now?
I think chili's a soup because,
Okay,
bro...
but now you're going to go and say. Now you're going to say what?
Well, what I'm saying is, like, this is the issue with food and definitions, because depending on everybody's different definitions of a food, how and will you come to a fucking consensus of what the food is?
Okay, in Thailand, soup is soup. In Haiti, soup is soup. In
Exactly.
Finland, soup is soup. We all know what soup is.
Their food is a little more restricted than
there's very
at times.
The thing is, there's so many different. Kinds of
The
soup.
thing is, they have clear boundaries on what their food is. America has yet to accept what chili is because he calls it a soup. You won't even give me what it is.
You don't know why?
Is it a sandwich meat? Is
America
it a thing you put in a sandwich?
is a melting pot of all of these different
That is
cultures
true.
put together. We can't have one definition.
Look at or
We can't.
tag team. Look at Cajun food in like the deep south of Louisiana, like Baton Rouge, New Orleans. Haitian culture, French culture, Irish culture, Italian culture, all in that little city, creating like jambalaya, gumbo, everything.
So what's a po' boy?
What's a po' boy?
What's a po' boy?
Po' boy's a fucking sandwich.
It's a sandwich. There we go. So there we go. So a Cajun sandwich, sub, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's a clear defining what it is. No matter if it's 10
Could be a
cultures
hot
mixed
dog.
into once. They got cut up sausages in po' boys. Yeah, they got
Oh, yeah,
sausage
actually
po'
do.
boys.
Could be a hot dog. Could be a sub.
But the thing is, they cut
Well,
it out.
is hot dog a sub or a sandwich?
Both.
Or a sub is a sandwich.
I thought we
so hot dog
identified
is
hot
a
dog as a
sandwich.
hot
Sub's a
dog.
type of sandwich.
I thought hot dog
Yeah.
was a hot dog.
Hot dog's a type of sandwich, I guess. If your soul really needs a definition, there you go.
What's chili?
It's a soup.
We told you it's a soup, yeah.
It's a
because
soup. It's
you
a
know,
soup.
No, you know what's
I
funny?
can't put
because
split pea into bread and eat it like and it's filled.
Here's the perfect definition. You go to a restaurant for the soup of the day, right? Sometimes it's baked potato soup. Sometimes it's
Clam chowder.
It's clam chowder. It could be chicken noodle. Sometimes it's chili. It's chili. It's like, what am I going to do with a bowl of chili? You eat it, right? But that goes into my point of how you eat it. Me, top 3 ways of eating chili. You get those scoops, right? The Tostitos scoops. You take a spoon, you fill them with the chili. A little shredded cheese on top. You broil it. Beautiful. They're little bite-sized snacks, right?
Yeah.
2, you put it on a dog. Perfect chili dog. Amazing every time, right? You never fuck up a chili dog. 3rd, you have a bowl, you put cheese on top, and you eat it like soup. You eat it with a spoon. And it's perfectly filling. 0 carbs, by the way. It's beans, beef, tomatoes, and cheese.
Actually, that shredded cheese will have anti-kicking agents.
I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you.
I told you, it was an interesting conversation. He's the only man I know that hates chili in the universe.
I
You don't like
understand the hate for the idea of chili.
He wouldn't, even if it was presented in front of him, he wouldn't eat the chili.
It doesn't have a clear definition, and that can be confusing. It can be, but not in a bad way, you know, where it's like, what the fuck? I don't know what I'm looking at. The same way that people get turned up about, is a hot dog a sandwich? Well, yes and no.
So even though it's a soup, I can eat it like a sandwich because that's just what it is.
If you put chili on a bun,
I don't accept it.
that shit's
That's
gonna
not-
fall.
Because I want-
It's not a
I would
sloppy
love to-
Joe.
I
It's a
would-
wet bun.
It's
What
a
the hell's a sloppy Joe?
shredded pulled pork.
Yeah, pulled pork.
Pulled
sandwich.
pork?
Yeah, it's a
Pulled
pulled
pork
pork.
sandwich.
Sloppy Joe's a pulled pork sandwich.
I had no idea.
With coleslaw.
I
Half
had
the
no
time.
idea.
Huh.
I thought that was chili in bread.
Mm-mm.
I
That's
thought
like that's a poor excuse for a sloppy Joe.
I think
That's like a
Hamburger
poor man's-
helper.
That's like a poor man's sloppy.
that's what I always thought. I thought hamburger helpers were sloppy Joes.
hamburger helpers when you add hamburger meat or ground beef to something, where
Yeah.
it's like hamburger helpers, like here, add it to some pasta, have some beef mac.
Some beef stroganoff, whatever the hell it is.
Whatever the
Should
hell.
be stroking on my beef till I'm off.
Then again, I've never bought a hamburger helper.
I've been off of my beef till I'm stroke. Have you guys not seen the video?
The video,
I'm lost
the video.
a little bit here.
Holy
Jamie, can you?
Jay, can you pull that up, Jamie?
Yeah,
Dude, I literally thought
Think
like,
about stroking off, stroking off your beef. or
shit.
something
Jamie,
like
pull that shit up.
I had to record this because
I
it was
love
a fun
it.
one.
I love it.
It was
That's
a
so
fun
funny.
one, so I could-
That's so funny. I think chili is an amazing conversation starter. Yeah.
See, it's
Same,
something. It's,
same thing as, there was one that gets a lot of
Which
heat
one?
if you guys are willing to move on. It's a straw. A straw.
yeah.
Oh, wait.
What's with the
One
About
or
about,
2 holes.
about the beef stroganoff.
Think about it, but here we go. Let that simmer.
straw? Such a
Simmer on the back.
She's
Okay.
beefing on my stroganoff. Stroking my beef till I'm off. Her beef got me stroganoff? Nah, she's stroking off my She get off my straw like beef. If she can off my straw like a beef. She broken off, so we got beef. She beefing with me till I'm stroganoff. It's like it over fun.
She beefing with me till I'm stroganoff. I like that one.
Beef stroganoff. Because we strong and went into beef coma until she turned my life stroganoff. Stroganoff my beef till I come.
What the fuck?
I like, if you were to do it, it would be she's stroking off my beef.
Tell him off.
I think it's
She's
valid.
stroking my beef till I'm off.
Yeah.
I think it's
fire
valid.
one.
That one's pretty good.
Wait, the straw thing.
The straw thing, and I know Jeremy probably has a very solid point on this if you want to think about it, is if a straw, a regular drinking straw, is one or two holes. Is it one or two holes?
That's so...
And I mean, everyone think about it for a sec, because we're all going to have different ideas about it. And that's what's beautiful about it, is the perspective. I'm not going first.
It's one hole. If you think about it, it's one piece of plastic or metal if you're...
Like PVC pipe?
Yeah.
So wait, a pool noodle has one hole in it?
It has one hole, but it has two openings.
Two entrances.
Yeah.
AKA
Not a hole.
So what do you...
Well, actually, if we're going to...
So wait,
has
wait,
two-
you said two openings? You can't say that because of this building. Here's an opening. That's an opening. That's 4 different openings right here.
Let me correct myself.
Yeah, hold on.
Instead of saying opening,
Yo, Matt.
if we're gonna
see
say
that
what a
thing?
hole is, how are we gonna say a hole? Just a circle opening?
An entryway and exit? I don't know.
Because most holes don't have an exit. A straw has an entrance and an exit, depending how you use it.
Moogie?
Huh?
Moogie? Okay.
I
Because
feel like Vsauce is a video on this.
fuck. pretend there's
A hole there.
Yeah.
so
Oh, excuse me.
if this was a straw, and I'm sucking it like this is bringing all the other liquid in.
Right.
It's connected.
So if I flip it, it's still
one-
the same hole.
it's the-
just a different end. Like it could be the same as this.
It's
Look
the-
at this.
like,
Is
it's-
this the same hole? That's just because I flip it this way doesn't mean
Like
it's
a
a
straw.
different
But
hole.
we have another name for that. It's called a pipe.
Okay,
A pipe is a continuous line that
Well,
has
yeah.
2 different openings.
but look at this.
You don't call it a straw.
This is a short pipe.
Do
Is
I
it
Well,
not?
we call it-
It still has some width around it. So is
if
it?
I hit this when we talked about a one hitter, you're hitting a fucking pipe.
That's a pipe. That's different.
That's two different
one
openings,
end is.
though.
There's
giving
one end you inhale, the other end.
That's
one,
completely
one
different.
hole you
Yeah.
inhale, the other
What's
hole
the other hole?
you burn.
That's 2 holes.
2 holes. But think of it like this. How about a donut? Is that one?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm making right here.
So-
That's what I'm making right here.
Okay.
Donut. So there we go. A donut. Right? Like, let's say
Okay.
this is a
Okay.
fucking Krispy Kreme donut.
Yeah.
Now, is this a different hole than that? It's just tell me. That-
But,
so it's-
but then again, we're not talking about a donut. We're talking
We're-
about a straw.
we're talking about a straw.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tube. A donut is a tubular food.
Object.
Now, hold on. Now, listen.
Because one,
It is
the
a
liquid
door-
comes in that hole and comes out the other hole.
Exactly. If
You
you wanna-
oven the cold food and of out the hot food.
And if you think about it,
What the fuck?
if you think about it,
Of in the.
a
That's
donut
funny.
is
I've
just.
never heard that.
If you want to think of it this
That
way,
was good,
a donut can just be a tube or a straw that has dwarfism. So, listen to me here. So
You
if
could cut a straw in half.
there we go. You can
Is
cut
it
it.
still
so-
one hole with 2 pieces then?
So are we saying what? Are we gonna define like the straw?
It's
by
one
how
hole.
long it is?
It's one
Is it
hole.
the length of a straw?
That makes it 2 holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the donut's like that close together, right? But
But
like,
guess-
it has the
for a
same shape as a straw,
but a
it's
straw is just
wider.
longer distance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it,
Just because it has
exactly
longer
what's
distance,
the
does that mean
difference?
that hole is different?
They're
Any
both,
different?
you know, at the end of the day, they're both cylinders.
No, okay. When you say hole, then when you dig a hole, there's not an exit way.
Exactly.
That's digging a hole. That's not a straw.
There's an entrance hole and an exit hole.
It's the same hole then, but in a straw, there's 2 different exits. You understand what I'm saying?
But where do they
You know,
go?
that's a good argument.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
Water
something...
goes in, and then it comes out a separate hole.
Yeah.
But if you flip it, that exit
If you
is
shorten
now an
it, to
entrance.
what point does it become one hole? Because if you extend it a mile long, you're not going to say it's one hole.
This is the whole thing about definition that we're talking about, right? Because when we talk about different holes, there's a black hole. Where the fuck's the entrance and exit and that shit?
It's just
Well, the definition hole really comes into play there, where it's like, it's almost a fictional hole.
You brought up
Well,
a topic, like as much as that
you
pissed
know-
him off about chili, this all is pissing me off now. Like,
You know, when we-
I don't fucking like
Because
this.
there's no right
there's
answer.
only one hole.
Because
There's
of
no
how-
right
this
You
answer.
just want to be different.
Because I'm not being different. Just I want
because
to know,
of how
like, okay, why?
black hole works. It sucks in all light and matter, so it kind of plays off the definition of a hole being
Is it really
a
one
thing
hole?
to trap.
Well, that's
somebody.
incorrect in itself. It doesn't suck in all light and matter because we're light and matter right here. Why are we still here?
Anything
Well,
near
because a black hole has its own gravitational pull, and
So it doesn't suck in all light and matter.
It sucks in all life and matter around it.
Past the point of no return.
Yeah, past its event horizon, sure.
Yeah, which is way further than we
Well,
can
yeah,
even
obviously
imagine.
not us, but like
So then don't say all. Because all includes us.
all light and matter within the gravitational pull of a black hole.
So is
Will be
the
sucked.
straw the same hole?
Hold on. Wait, because you're talking about a straw, right? When I think of a straw, I think of a pipe. I'm just being honest.
You think about pipe.
If you put up a definition of a pipe,
Well, the thing is, a straw.
What do you need the definition
You know-
of a pipe?
He's
a tube of metal, plastic, or other material used to convey water, gas, oil, other fluid substance. A narrow tube made from wood, clay, whatever, right? But you look at a pipe,
A narrow tube.
a narrow tube, right? A straw, okay, a straw could be a bendy when you say bendy straw, but most straws are just straight up. It's like a fucking pipe.
And it can easily be portrayed as one hole, but if it is a bendy straw, there's a lot of intricacy going on, and then it
Yeah.
becomes
Think about
two-
this.
Two separate holes.
Think about a hole that it is so thin you can't even, if it goes like this, you can't even see it. Are you with me, Mateus, or are you still on Google?
I want to see what a whole definition is. A hollow place in a solid body or surface.
Go out for his jugular like that.
A small and pleasant place. Make a hole or
Oh,
holes.
sensei, bro.
Okay.
So
You just pop off.
let's say you see a hole like this, right, at face value, and then it flips like this to the point where you can't see how thin it is. But let's say that same circle just extends. Is it different now?
Yes.
Is it not one circle?
It's completely different.
It's two different circles now.
So that was my
Because
point with
let's
bringing
go-
up the
let's
bagel.
say you have two,
Okay.
let's say it extends.
Yeah.
You have these 2 points. Let's say they keep extending. If they don't diverge, what makes it different?
So it depends how you define a hole. And here's a perfect example, right? I dumbed it down by saying like a bagel, right? That's obviously one hole. It's very short, it's very simple. If I were to dig a hole straight through the ground here to China, we're going to call this the American hole. We call the other one the China hole.
Because it's in China.
Because it's long enough to
You give
define
give
it
a
as
label.
two different holes. But essentially, it's the same pathway.
It is.
So at what point does it become two holes?
It's not. It's the same.
It's
the same
one hole.
It's one.
It's one hole. So if I jump in
You
this
know?
side, it's the same hole as the other side because the hole
It's just a different
defines
area.
the entrance.
If you think about it,
Not the exit?
can I
and the exit,
Can I say-
meaning two separate entities.
can I cook?
So it doesn't matter if I have an entrance or fucking exit.
Well, it depends on
Just
how
go
you
out the
define it.
entryway. You mean the exit? No, that's just another entryway.
See,
bro.
and then you get confused
That's what
because
I'm
it's
saying,
not
though.
the same.
It's
thing.
not the same.
Can I cook? So theoretically, we have a hole from the U.S. to China. They start the hole at the same time, and
Where does it start? Where does it end?
they start at the same time in China and in the U.S.
They meet in
At the same
middle.
time.
Yes, at the same time.
same time.
And they plan on converging in the middle.
You're telling me they create their own hole, two of which
No.
in separate places.
Hear me out, because they're making identical holes, two separate places on the Earth,
Which means
and they're gonna make it connect in the middle, and then they decide to call it the Trans-Earth hole, one hole.
I think at that point it would be called a tunnel in which it would have an entrance hole,
That's real.
exit hole.
But if we're thinking about it in a fun way, you jump down one side and you end up in the other.
which means you jump
like a Mario
through the
pipe.
entrance
Like
hole.
Like a
and
Mario
exit.
pipe? Did you say a Mario pipe?
Yeah, Mario.
You understand where the fuck I'm coming from now? You think I was coming with this bullshit?
See, and that's a fun way of thinking.
See, but once you come out the exit and you want to go back home, now let me jump back in the entrance to go back home.
It's like,
And I exit
let me
back at
jump in
home.
the hole.
So
It's
you
like,
just-
okay, well, where are you going? You have to start one place and exit a different place.
Yeah, and then once you want to go back to the other place, you have to enter that place
And-
to exit back into the original
And
place.
at that point, you need to define which hole is which because they're different. And you'll end up at different places
But the
depending
tunnel
on which hole
is
you
the
are.
same.
But a bagel, it doesn't matter if you flip it over. It's
Mhm.
the same. It's essentially so simple.
And if,
that
let's say you flip that
doesn't
tunnel
matter.
over. Let's say you flip that tunnel over. Let's say you could physically cut the earth in half, flip it over. I mean, what's the difference? At least it's the same exact place. It's still the same thing at the end of the day.
I can see that. Okay, it could be one.
But it's definitely two.
So it really
two
just-
holes that they're not two holes. It's one hole that ends in a different place.
So donut has 2 holes.
Essentially.
No.
Remember
I'm playing devil's advocate.
Wait, bro. Remember in Portal? It's not just one portal because you need to have an exit
See,
to another portal.
is that one?
No,
that's a beautiful
No, that's a terrible argument. That's a
We're talking
beautiful
about a
argument.
straw. We're talking about a tunnel.
No,
beautiful
Why?
argument.
No,
No, it isn't.
terrible argument.
Why?
No,
Dog
it's
shit.
not.
That's a
Is it
dog-
one hole?
Why?
That's
Is it one?
No,
Tell me
no,
why.
no.
Tell
You
me
know why?
why.
Existential hole.
No, you know why the dog shit argument?
Why?
Because it's 2 different fucking guns. It's a blue gun and a orange gun.
But wait.
It's not the same thing.
There's the hole that you're sucking on, and there's the hole that's sucking
Jeremy,
everything into it.
just because you can't see the distance of where the tube is connected for each entryway doesn't mean it's in one fucking hole.
See,
You
now-
told me that, Jerry. Like, is that because the two? I thought there wasn't an entry or an exit. What if they're both built at the same fucking time? I don't know.
Instantaneously. Because the second hole can't exist
Without
without
the first fucking hole. So is it one or two now?
Beautiful.
we was
But when
talking
you
about
build a
one?
pipe, there's always that same hole. You're just extending that hole. We're
Well-
talking about a straw and a pipe. We're not talking about
No,
two
when you-
fucking.
when you start-
I think out of a game.
If you
We're not talking about it.
Wait, if you start a pipe, right, you eventually have to find a way to cut it off at the end
And guess what? At the end, it is still the same thing.
at 2 different entry points.
But it's still the same thing.
You know, I'm,
One-
You know what's funny?
continuous thing.
You keep. I think you guys are harping on the entry and the exit,
Yeah.
making it 2 different things. When if you flip it, if you flip that fucking pipe, what is the difference of that when it goes here and that goes here? I mean, it's the same thing.
Is it the same when you put another pipe into it so it's perpendicular? So now we have 4 different fucking exits?
See,
No,
that's
no.
that's
Is
not.
that the-
That's
no,
not.
they all
That's
go the
not
same.
a
Oh,
pipe.
dude,
It's
you got
one hole.
See,
Is
Yeah,
that just one hole in that? Because
You're talking about a
one
completely
Bro,
different thing.
it doesn't
No,
matter.
you're talking about a
you
different
just said
thing.
it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah,
Not
are we
talking-
moving the goalposts? All right. I think what Matt's getting to is the straw has symmetry when you cut it down the
Right.
length of the straw.
Right.
Like if you cut a straw open in half, it's the same fucking thing.
Right.
Yeah, like it's gonna look like a fucking semicircle.
It's a fucking canoe. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna look like a canoe. So what he's saying, like, it's still there's just one hole.
I love this, where I'm going to use your argument.
Okay.
Where you start the hole on both sides. Let's start here in
Right.
America. Let's dig down.
Right.
And for now, I just have this hole. And I'm going miles and miles. deep, and
Continuously.
There's one hole. There's one hole until I bust out the other end, right? Then that's my hole that I started. What are the China people going to call this hole? What, are they going to call it the American hole? This is the hole that I started? Or is this their hole now? Is it one?
It doesn't matter
and
who
then two?
possesses the hole. We're talking about is the hole. We're talking about the hole.
Is it just
So my
one?
Yeah.
point is that
It's just
And
one.
you can also say like this. I have a straw. Is this Matthew's straw? Is this so you hear that doesn't make any sense?
Right.
We're talking about does the straw have a different end? So if America digs to China, and like we pop out of China, and China goes, oh, is this your hole? You tell them that doesn't matter, and you ask them, is this the same? You ask them this. Does this hole lead to America? They're gonna say yes. Right? Now hold on.
Is this the hole to America? Meaning the other one is a hole to China.
Is that the
Not
second
that.
hole? Is that the
Meaning-
second hole?
No.
Meaning
China will ask. No, America.
Yeah, how would they ask the question? Ask him. Yeah. What?
China will ask.
What do you say?
China will ask. Is this the American hole? And then the American will go, No. This is just the tunnel that leads to China.
Are we getting into geopolitics?
So my thing is, you guys are focusing on the possessive.
Right.
No one owns this hole.
Right.
All I want to find out is it the same?
I wasn't talking about ownership. I was
You
talking
were.
about geological importance on where it is according to.
Because you know what's funny, where it is. So where it is. So it's in America and it's in China.
Someone bring an American straw. Right
That's all it is.
So then,
no matter if you name it the American hole, you can name it the American hole.
so
But
to
guess
enter
what?
the American hole, you exit.
And what if you enter the Chinese hole?
Chinese
And where do you
hole.
exit the
Chinese hole, and then you go in the American hole. You go through it.
So it doesn't matter who owns the hole.
What?
It just matters where it leads to, America and China.
Meaning two different holes.
I think as you being American, you want to be in the possessive. You have great national pride, and I get that. You want to take ownership of what America's done. I understand that. We made it to the moon first. We made it to the moon first. We explored the deepest depths first. We discovered a lot of things first. So you would expectingly say, "Hey, this is our fucking hole."
I think you're.
I get that.
I think you're reaching right now.
No. I get that.
This is fire.
So take that out of the argument now. You made your point. It's the American hole.
All right.
So that's
But guess what?
it's a straw man argument that you're using where
That
you're
was
putting
good.
up
That
the
was
fallacy of
A fallacy.
a fallacy of a point that I'm not trying to make, and that you're
Okay.
claiming that I'm trying to make that point.
Okay. You're not
there's-
trying to make that
There's
point.
no ownership.
You're not
here.
trying to make that point.
There's no.
You're giving
there's
it.
no
You're giving it a
importance.
possession.
There is a hole and there is
Okay.
another hole. That is as simple as it gets.
Okay.
And is it the same hole?
No,
Hear
Why?
me out.
because
Let
of
me
the
cook.
geological importance of
All right.
of-
Okay, so a straw is laid on Mackenzie's phone, and it goes to my phone. Whose straw?
if I
is
blow
it?
in this hole, it'll come out the other hole.
Okay,
Hear
and if
me
I
out.
blow in this hole,
Jeremy has
Then
something
it'll
to say.
come out of my hole.
okay,
That's two different.
and then
holes.
the distance is traveling. Is this the same entity, or is this a different entity by any means?
At what point does it become two holes for you then?
Is it a different entity that it's coming out of? If I blow in this, is it coming out of a different entity?
No one's claiming that a straw
Is it?
isn't one thing.
Okay, so it is one thing.
A straw is one thing.
Okay, and a
Yes.
hole that leads to another place is still.
A hole is an entrance
You
or
don't
an
call a
exit,
hole a fucking a straw.
meaning that it could be anything of entrance.
But
and
we're
exit.
talking
Okay.
about a cylinder. We're talking about a cylinder.
Can I-
if I blow
You've
water,
been trying.
if
We're
I
too
put,
far deep.
if I
with
put
this.
water down one hole into China, where's it going to come out of? Is that a different entity it's coming out of? That physical
Yes.
thing it's coming out of.
Yes, because there's an
It's
entrance
coming out-
point, and then the alternative there's an
But
exit point.
it's
And then
fun.
if America blows water down that same hole,
It's the same tube,
okay,
different holes.
how are
Here-
they different holes?
Because one is over here and the other one's over here. You know
So
what
you're
I
not
mean?
telling me it's traveling to the same hole,
The same passageway.
the same hole?
The same. No, it's traveling.
same passageway,
It
right?
has to travel through this hole to eventually get to this hole.
Okay.
If I put something through here, it's not traveling through both holes because both have different.
And what if you put that same item in water, and then what
If I put my straw into a glass of water, one
Horizontally.
is one is
Horizontally.
No one drinks like that.
No, I'm not talking about. Well, no
trying
one
to drink
no
my
one
glass
drinks
of
like
water.
that. So no one drinks like that. But guess what? We're talking about now. You want to talk about pipes? So you want to talk about pipes?
I'm talking about a straw.
You want to talk about a hole?
No,
that
I don't want that. I'm
spans-
telling you.
Holy fuck! Can I please?
What
cook?
about
Okay,
the air?
maybe
What
we
about
should-
the air?
What about the air?
If I put my head into that hole, am I breathing Chinese air?
Probably.
It's coming from there.
Eventually,
the wind.
eventually, if air from China
Because it's traveling down the
passes
same-
through the China hole,
Because it's coming through the
the-
same.
if the China
path,
air
it's coming through the same
exits-
hole.
the passageway is the
It's all
portion
one
between
same thing.
both holes.
If I look through that,
You'll look through one hole and see out the other.
See that telescope?
That's
You call that
exactly
but guess
what
what?
that is.
It's still the same entity. Because guess what? If you want to take a look, I'll just go like this, and now you can see me like it's like I saw you.
So what if it's curved? What if
It's not going to be curved.
You can look in one way.
You telling me straws can't be curved, or tunnels and or
Most-
pipes can't be? They couldn't be curved.
This one's not curved.
So it's just a straight fucking tunnel.
I
It's a
had
straight
a
one.
final argument, which was wormwormholes.
Wait, Jeremy had something. to
But
say. Yeah.
I'm gonna allow,
Alright, we're not gonna talk about wormholes.
Well, I think that's a pretty
No.
broad spectrum of
Okay.
of the argument.
If you think about it, imagine my phone is a sheet of wood.
Just a little 2x5 there.
I have a drill. Oh my god, I need to drill a hole through my wood.
Oh,
Vroom.
drill a hole.
Hole 1.
Ah.
I need to drill another hole. Vroom.
Bam,
Hole.
2 holes.
2 holes. 2 separate different holes. With an entranceway and an exit way.
So that's beautiful, I think, because
1 hole, 2
We're
holes.
talking about a quarter of an inch thick of a hole.
So you tell me
Where-
just because to the length means it's different.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
I think.
How?
I
Because guess what? I can come through that same piece of wood that way and that way, and guess what? It's the same fucking hole.
Well, it's based.
Yeah, but you can screw it 2 different ways. You can
It's
screw it
based
one
off
on the
definition.
end, or you can screw it on the other end. So
Or
which
you
one are
can-
you choosing?
Just so you can drink out of opposite sides of the straw.
Okay, if you put a fucking snorkel in the water, you want water coming out one exit? No, wait, that's the
You
same
know what's
fucking
funny?
exit because it's a
It's-
fucking straw. No, you tell me that. Hey, do you think a snorkel is a fucking straw? It looks like a fucking straw. It's bent like a fucking straw. It's one fucking hole. But if you want one fucking hole to go in your fucking snorkel, you
A
telling me that's...
snorkel is not a straw.
You telling me it's not a fucking
That's
straw.
it's curved.
Essentially,
It's curved.
Okay, what
kind of
about a
fucking
bendy straw?
A bendy straw.
You could,
What about a bendy straw?
It's still a type of
What
straw.
about
It's curved. What the fuck do you mean?
Well, to
You
be
tell me
fair-
the juice box, you don't fucking snap that shit? It goes through what?
We're talking
One fucking hole?
about one single thing. We're not talking about a bendy straw. We're not talking about a fucking snorkel that's curved. We're talking
That's
about
still a
We're talking about
straw.
a pipe. We're talking about a tunnel. We're talking about a straw that's
Alright.
straight
But a
and
straw,
angled.
but the snorkel has what? Like, as the argument is
It
occurring,
goes
has,
to a fucking mouthpiece.
but it has what? How many holes? It has 1 hole or 2 holes?
I'm not answering that.
You know, you gotta. It's a fuck. It technically it fits in the standpoint.
It's not. No, it doesn't. Because that's a device. It's not a straw.
You're telling me this-
It's actually a device.
Matt, if say fuck the bendy straw or fuck the snorkel, and I took a straw and went into that fucking pool and breathed out of it, what do you call that? You
That's
call
a
that-
straw you're breathing out of. That's a device you're breathing out of. It's a
So
straw.
I don't call it
You've
snorkel
used
thing?
You've now used a straw to save your life. You're welcome.
No. I could use both. I could use a straw or a snorkel.
So you know what
They're
I love.
interchangeable.
You know what I love.
They're interchangeable.
When you told me you can screw out in one way and screw
Yeah.
the other, how about you take that screw out of the back side and screw that bitch in the front side and still do what you need to do. Still do the same exact thing.
Oh, so the screw enters this hole
Yes.
and exits
the other hole.
And guess what?
the other hole.
Guess what? It goes exactly the opposite, making it the same exact thing. It's still the same thing no matter what.
I don't know.
to be, honestly, if you,
I
if,
couldn't-
When you
Yeah.
enter a roller coaster, bro, your entrance,
This-
exit.
That's
They're two
different. That's
defined
that's
different
that's not a
points.
straw.
exactly. You guys don't bring up other things to make your argument. Please
okay,
don't.
Then let me
You're
talk
not
about a
saying
straw. A straw.
Yeah.
At one point,
Yeah.
they're not the same because
Yeah, they are.
At
They're-
one point, you're sucking on one hole,
Okay.
and the water's coming through
The other.
the other.
Or you're sucking on the straw and the water's coming into the straw.
Yeah, it's going through the passageway to
The thing-
exit the first hole.
The thing is,
It's still the same hole. That same. So think about this.
Right.
So think about this. That donut I was referring to.
Right.
If let's just say you made one long piece of fucking dough. You made a 4-foot long donut,
Yeah.
and you drink out of a vat, right? You could just let's say you could really drink out of a vat. Now, that is still the same donut, no matter how you look
It's
at it.
one donut.
It's one donut.
I was gonna say the same thing, but with a fucking straw. Say you get a non-bendy straw from a fast food joint, you put it in your cup, boom, you sip on it, you flip it over, it's the same fucking
Whoa,
utility.
Whoa. Not at all the same. If you flip the straw over,
It's the
I'm not
same.
drinking from that thing. Because the hole that you just sipped
Yeah, I'm
on
drinking
is
from the
in
other
drink.
end. The other end, you fuck.
Drinking
I'm
from
sipping it.
I'm drinking from the other end.
Well, you're not sipping from my straw. This is
Okay,
my straw.
Well, this is all in theory, isn't it? So, I am. It's from the other end.
Yeah, so wait, you know when you do that straw trick where you sip a liquid and you hold it at the top?
Yeah.
And you drop one lick at the end?
Oh.
That's the same hole.
What are you holding?
That's only one hole.
Oh, you're holding one of
hole.
the
It's a
holes.
perpendicular straw.
Meaning that the other hole.
Closed.
What did I close?
What did I
close?
You closed the same
What did I
hole.
close?
Closed the same hole.
You did it! You did it! You did it!
No.
You did it, bro! You did it! You did it right there!
He didn't cook.
You fucking did it!
He didn't cook. You know
did
why?
it right here.
Listen,
You're holding
listen,
one.
Hold on.
What am I holding?
Watch this.
Holy fucking
Answer the
shit!
question.
Just because your brain just wrinkled a little bit doesn't mean you won. Doesn't mean you won. Listen,
I dropped the wallet.
you've had.
You need better pants, bro.
What just happened
Holy
is
shit.
you guys experienced evolution. That's okay. You can be happy. Doesn't mean you gotta win. Doesn't mean you gotta win.
Well, what am I holding? I don't
what is
understand.
that?
What am
Is that the
what am
same
I
hole?
preventing?
See, there we go. See, you guys have
holding a
progressed,
straw.
and now you want to learn more. You're inquisitive, just like
All right, you don't have to do all that now.
No, just because you lost an argument, you gotta go to the
Then
name calling.
lose. Name calling.
This is the same guy. This is the same guy goes, hey, I didn't know we were talking about pipes or whatever. Let's go back to fucking straws. You're throwing out different answers. We're back to fucking straws, bitch. What the fuck are you doing now, then? We're back to straws then. So finish the argument. Is
So
it one hole?
if you're holding the same hole,
It's the same hole on the other end, right?
oh, there we go. Thank you.
Is it the same hole?
It's the same hole. Yeah, you just said it's the same hole, but now you want to.
Okay, so you got straws?
But if it's a hole,
Oh, no, we'll just do this in real life right now. Do
You have
straws?
a straw.
Yeah.
All right, listen.
Let's go grab a straw. I'll
Oh
suck some
my
water out of it and hold it at the same end.
I know
And
what
then-
that looks like. You don't have to do it in person.
Okay, so
wait.
No.
You're gonna tell me you're plugging one of the holes
One.
in order that the other hole doesn't leak.
Right, because it's the same hole, right? It's only one.
Well, no. If it were the same hole, then water
Jeremy,
would
look
come
up the
out.
science of closing the same hole.
I'm pretty sure it's just because you're creating a vacuum.
There we go. You're creating a vacuum in the same hole. Just because you guys have learned about
if it were the
science,
same hole, then water would exit because it's
Well, no,
it's
because
fluid movement.
you
because
put a
they're-
vacuum.
No, I understand how it works.
You put a vacuum on the hole. So now the hole, guess what?
Because you're plugging one of the holes,
No,
allowing for the
you know
other
what?
hole.
You know what? Fuck it. Both holes are plugged. Ah, fuck! No!
He said, fuck it, self-destruct. Like, what the fuck? Fucking, oh my god.
No. The hole is plugged because it's already plugged by water, and then you finish plugging the hole with your finger.
Right. Wait, it's you're plugging the hole.
I actually fucking threw. Holy shit! I actually threw.
So
Fucking
have we
Christ.
determined? Is it two holes finally?
Just because you misspoke.
It's one
Doesn't
hole. It's one hole.
Holy shit! I had to pull that out of my ass too, bro. I was like, wait a second, the straw, bro. Literally, no. When you said brain recall, like I had to find something. I'm like, there's no way. There's no fucking way.
That shit's so funny.
That was dick. See, that's a great conversation for like because like it just led to nonsense, but people were like, oh wait, let me think about this, you know?
Yeah.
How many holes are there?
Look at my Vsauce video. He
probably
fucking
has,
got
like,
that ding, and a song that comes on.
There's like
So this is the video that I saw that intrigued the whole thing, and he
Right.
gives very good arguments for both points if you'll listen to it for a minute.
one hole. It goes all the way through. Like, what more is there to say? And there are the two-holers whose view is there's a hole at the top of the straw and there's a hole at the bottom of the straw. For the people who think there's two holes, I would say, imagine this straw, if you can, getting shorter and shorter. Like, imagine I sort of cut it and it was half as long, and I cut it again until it's so short that it's actually like shorter than the distance around. A little bit like this. Does this have one hole in it? Or two? How many holes does a bagel have in it? That's basically the same shape as this. If you say a bagel has two holes, I think we all agree that would be like a very weird thing to say about a bagel. So now I'm talking to you, triumphant one-holers. If you think this straw is one hole, let's say I take it and I pinch the bottom like this. How many holes are there in it now? There's just like the one hole at the top. I mean, you could fill this with water, right? It's basically a bottle. How many holes are there in the water bottle? Just the one at the top that you drink out of, right? But But if it has one hole now, and I poked a hole in the bottom and I opened up the bottom, how many holes would it have? It's got to have two, right? I think the way to think about the straw is that, yeah, there's two holes, but one of them is the negative of the other. Top hole plus bottom hole equals 0. That sounds like an insane thing to say. Both the one-holers and two-holers are right in a way, as long as they're willing to learn about the arithmetic of holes.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. One, the negative and the positive. So
One
Can't see each
negative,
other out.
one positive.
Yeah. I could agree that we could both be right, but my opinion is more right. So
that's crazy.
I'm with you, bro. I
Average,
mean, that's
average
just-
Twitter user.
I know.
my
that.
opinion is always right. No, I could
Scouring X for answers.
That's so real.
That was a fire answer.
That was actually a great fucking argument. Cause honestly, you had me in the first half.
When you said, bro, what if I plug one? It's like, oh, they're done.
I had to pull that out of my
They're
ass,
done.
bro.
They're
I
done.
told
It's
you that.
over. It's
That
over.
was like there was something in my ass crack. I'm like, hold on, I gotta pull it out.
You had it. You had it right there. Yeah, it's like a bottle. It's like this can. How many holes, right?
Like if I poked a hole in it,
I put the
got
hole on the
two
bottom.
holes.
Is there still one continuous hole, or?
But then if I plug it up, it's back to one. It's like,
But then a straw is very unique in
Yeah.
which it's very uniform all the way down.
when were straws invented? Who the fuck was the guy who's like, I want to cut tubes?
Who did invent the straw?
Terry Feldman.
You think it was a white man?
The cranium was bigger, probably. I don't know.
I don't know. Something happened.
Could have been a black man. Could have been a white man.
The
Could have
black
been
man
Neanderthal.
invented-
We never even could have known.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think so. But
I saw on speaking of Twitter, someone said that aliens are actually demons, and that's why everyone's so scared to get in contact with them.
No.
That's fucking crazy.
That's why I was like, whoa.
aliens are demons.
Like they're extraterrestrial out of the planet, but like they're classified as demons, so that's why you need to take DMT and all this shit in order to get in contact with them.
I
Or they
think-
probe you and shit.
That's why we're not allowed certain places here, is
Yeah.
because we are, if you've ever seen The Promised Neverland, that'll be a nice clue for you, is that we are being farmed for the higher species.
Oh, that's a crazy thought.
Yeah, because there's a majority of underground processes that we don't know about. There's a majority of northern processes we don't know about. You know, in Antarctica, there's a lot of science
There's
conducted.
scientists literally living on Antarctica.
They're living there, yeah, and guess what they're doing?
I know, really. So
studying.
I was studying
Yeah.
what?
Oh,
though?
yeah,
they are
What is there
studying.
not to know?
Most-
This is the coldest place
No.
on earth. What
No,
the
no,
fuck
there-
else do they
there's
need?
Yeah,
so
like,
much-
what? Oh, look at that snow. Did you see the same that?
Like,
Yeah,
God
it's cold.
damn it!
No,
this
there's
year
so-
a little colder.
It's a little warm on that side, though.
How many scientists are there in Florida compared to Antarctica? There are a vast majority
Well, the thing
in
is,
Antarctica.
How
many scientists are there really in Antarctica?
There's
I thought it was like 5 or 6 at a time.
The only
Are you
civilized bases up there are scientific studies.
Mhm.
Is the only reason that people go there are to conduct studies. Why? What is there to study up there?
I've never heard of this.
We know down there rather. I think.
Well, there's so
Antarctica.
the thing about science. There's so much science to science
But people can go like
because like you can study. The big thing people probably study in Antarctica is climate.
Yeah, I can see that. It's valid.
I mean, yeah, oh, that is true because I know they
We have
drill in the
balloons.
ice and they
Yeah, we have
they figure out
balloons.
the
Yeah.
certain dates and you know what they can figure out for Christ's sake what the weather was in, like these certain dates.
And,
days shit.
also
It's
just
crazy.
like doing on the ground geography.
Are those motherfuckers though? They could find certain diseases that were like at a certain era,
Probably,
Oh
yeah.
my
found in the
God.
ice and like.
Like just trapped in the ice.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, bro, and they melt.
Oh, yes, please.
Damn, 4 beers coming right up.
Oh my god, fucking. Don't you think they could be studying farming?
What?
What happened?
Do you think they could be studying how to farm the species?
Oh,
No,
like
no.
in the Arctic, kind of like
Yeah.
that could be a possibility. Why not? Why would you not rule that? Why would you rule that out?
Well, it's not like I
I
would.
mean, they do bomb us.
It's like I'm not saying not to rule it out, as in to be ignorant.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying why would you think they will rule it out?
Why?
Why would you believe they will rule that out?
Because it doesn't make sense.
What if they're
What
what
is
if
it-
they're
what-
appeasing the aliens? What if we haven't gotten taken over
I'll-
because they're appeasing us? by
I gotta
taking-
pee.
Okay.
When I come back, I'm gonna talk about Zach.
Because I actually agree with Matt's point. Like, okay, there could be certain climates. Obviously, it's super cold to grow crops there, right? But
Yeah.
you never know. I mean, with the advanced science, there could global warming, we could get super hot or super cold for global cool. Go pee. I'm talking to him as well. You never know what crops they could try to.
Don't talk to me.
What the fuck? What time you gotta dip soon? I know you gotta work.
I gotta work at 11.
You don't want to stay out too late.
No, I mean when it's like 11, I go to like 1.
Is your car okay? I know you had to drive.
I know. Yeah, my car's okay. I didn't snow.
Bro, how are you gonna go to work all week with this shit, bro?
I'll manage. Trust me.
You sure?
Yeah.
That shit's crazy, man.
I mean, if you're you don't need
Oh shit. See, that straw argument was beautiful. We went from chili to straw, and now we went to Antarctica.
Well, I think it's very similar in the fact of definitions on how a person would define something that they believe in. Straw versus what is chili, and I think that's a great argument as well. It's like if it's a soup, why isn't it more liquid? And why can't I drink it like a soup?
Right. So like we talked about the Closed Mouths Don't Get Fat podcast, it ties in back to food, right? But also other topics. Man, I would throw in food fight, right? When this kid gets back, the fucking pizza versus burger thing.
That needs to be discussed.
That
needs to be broken
He's team
down.
burger. He's team burger.
Oh,
I'm team
man.
pizza still. I'm still team pizza.
Right. I mean, at least we can agree that one is wrong.
I'm team burger.
I think everything does boil down to simplicity, and it can always come back to food.
Right.
Because food, I mean,
Food's
people say 3 meals a day, right? 3 square meals a day. Breakfast was invented by
Ooh.
the meat industry trying to sell more pork, more cow, more milk. It's a bunch of garbage. It was invented for profit.
Yeah, you don't need to
It's
eat
not
that
healthy.
much, bro.
It's not the most important meal of the day. It's just something that exists for capitalism.
I agree.
And there's a lot of different things that surface around food because it's something that we all do. Mostly all of us do at least once a day.
Right.
Is that we all eat. We all have to eat something eventually.
That's why I give credit a little bit. Like obviously people shit on veganism, but like vegetarianism. If you look at the,
I'm all for it.
bro.
I love vegetarianism.
But think about like this
Yeah.
this thought, right? If you were to look at more caloric, nutrient dense foods, right? What outweighs it in a variety of food? You're talking about 5 to 6 different meats,
Steak is the heaviest caloric
right?
density.
I
But
love
I'm talking
steak.
about. Okay, if you were to compare that to like the entire diversity, right? How many meats can you identify,
All of them.
right? But how many are there?
At least 20.
How many different vegetables are there now? And herbs.
At least 100.
But think about all the major benefits and all the vegetation on Earth that you would consume. You're talking about brain function, supplement protein, zinc, all this shit, right?
The funniest part is we're still figuring things
We
out.
don't fucking know. So why, like you said, you're raining on capitalism. I don't hate capitalism, but the way it's segued, why are we more meat focused and not have enough, facts?
Because meat is more
information?
profitable. Meat is the most profitable thing.
I get it.
That
I get
was
it.
my answer.
I'm gonna cook.
After you can breathe.
Dude, I wanted to cook and then just went down the wrong pipe.
Oh.
No worries.
So, how do I say this part? So, when it comes to meat, a big reason why we eat meat is because our body can't produce at least, I think it's 12 amino acids.
Yeah.
They're called
19.
They're called essential
What
amino
about collagen?
There's 19 essential
We
amino
produce
acids.
collagen, but like
that we have to get from meat.
19 essential amino acids, which means essential means that your body cannot make them on their own.
Right.
You need them from external sources.
Right, I get that.
Like
you
me.
can continue.
I get that. I'm not opposing you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that like we're kind of just segmented. Like I think the food pyramid's a fucking psyop.
It is. It's
a
outdated.
fucking- that's what I'm saying.
It's outdated.
That's what
Putting
I'm saying.
carbs as your main thing of what you need
Right.
at the bottom is wild.
It's crazy that they fucking told people to take out fat and then go on to sugars and shit like that for a while.
Well, to
After
be
the
fair,
40s or
they
some
put
shit?
they put
what the fuck?
They put refined sugars at the very top.
That's crazy, bro.
You guys are funny, man. I could talk for days about that.
But you see how
You guys
like,
are getting into nutrition. You know that's my major.
you're the guy.
I'm
You know,
ready.
This is the guy.
I'm ready.
let it drop.
Do you know
Drop
what?
the mic.
So
Yeah.
in my class, global health and anthropological perspectives, we had a brief talk about a book called Manufacturing Disease.
Oh,
And
true. That food.
How the government administered
not
AIDS.
not the government.
That's true.
But we're talking about the food industry itself
Right.
creating something called hyperpalatable foods. And a hyperpalatable food is a food that is high in fat, it's
Saturated fat.
high in fat, it's high in sugar, and it's high in salt.
Like Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, like every fast
Yeah,
food,
like sugar, cookies. I mean,
Like,
sorry,
all
sugar.
that
I mean,
shit.
like cookies, chips.
like
The addictive food
It's all highly
substances.
addictive.
Like
Yeah.
if you have a food that is very fatty, it's very salty, it's very sugary,
Right.
it's hyperpalatable.
Hits dopamine.
Exactly.
Right.
Part of it kind of preys upon our like old ass brain being
The
like
monkey brain, right?
Yeah,
Those
our
are
mon-
brain.
Well, no, I mean, praise on the dopamine. Like,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
food tastes
exactly.
literally like you eat that cookie, like, oh my god, like this is like,
Yeah.
there's a spike. Oh my, this is good.
Feels
Yeah,
good,
this is
yeah.
amazing.
So-
this is
Fuck
great.
yeah, dog. I love
so
cookies.
the evolutionary perspective of it is these foods are so caloric dense and it like tingles our taste, our senses that we crave more of it.
And it probably desensitizes.
Because the thing is, our
desensitizes
brain
foods,
isn't too far removed from the brains from 200,000 years ago.
No, it hasn't changed at all.
Exactly, because like evolution when it pertains to humans is such a slow process.
basically. Right.
So we're wired to want these caloric dense foods because usually, like fucking 200,000 years ago,
We didn't have an abundance of food.
we don't
that
have
now.
abundance. But post agricultural revolution, we just had abundance of domestic animals,
Right.
domestic like agriculture at the ready, and then post industrial revolution and European capitalism, it's just boom, sugars, boom, carbs,
Right.
boom, fats like meats, like domesticated cows and shit, and it's just like post that, like post 1900s to now, it's just like it's literally farms. We have fucking billions of chickens in farms.
Right. You know, you're onto something. You're right. We should go back and let niggas die like that.
You know how
no
big-
fucking nutrition for everybody.
You know how big the
Fuck
beef
that
industry
shit.
is? You
But-
know they're destroying part of.
I just play devil's advocate. I'm just playing.
No, I
devil's
know.
I'm just being an asshole.
But what the chapter got into in that book is
right.
like
Right.
the thing is like the food industry, they understand like the psychology, the evolutionary psychology
Humans.
behind it. Yeah, they understand that. But the thing is, they continue to manipulate it
Yeah.
for their own profit.
100%.
Yeah, and it's just
I
like,
agree.
so you're gonna cause humans unnecessary like type 2 diabetes, hypertension, just so you can make a few extra bucks.
Well, think about it. Once
Are
we
you
get you
surprised?
into an unhealthy state, right?
Mhm.
Who are the benefiters after that? The people that make the medicine. So once we get you sick, whose medicine do you have to go on?
No, exactly.
Ours. And to continue to make you sick, in order for you to feel better, because it's not always the symptoms, it's the actual disease,
Mhm.
right? That you have to target, which is the food source.
As sad as that is, the information is out there.
Yep.
We know we can't eat this much saturated
I was about to
fat,
say that. At the end of
Dude,
the day,
this much sugar. We
is
know.
out there.
We
Yeah.
know.
You are overestimating the
I
intellect
promise you-
of the average American.
Well, that's my point. Is that
That's
the intellect is
true.
down. The intellect is super down. Nobody is nutritionally educated. I have a
No.
couple of stats here that I just put into my
Pull
paper
'em out, man.
last
Pull 'em
week. 95% of all Americans don't eat enough vegetables, and that means they don't eat the essential amount of vegetables that they need for a day, which is 5 servings. I guarantee none of us hit that. None of us.
Servings
I was
of
doing
veggies.
3
Five
servings.
5 servings of vegetables, 5 servings of fruit, which is a half of a cup of cooked vegetables or 1 cup of raw vegetables.
How many?
I was doing 3 servings.
5.
I was
You said-
doing.
You said 95% of Americans.
95%
don't
of
hit that shit?
Americans, 95%, almost all of them.
That's fucking insane.
Well, it's at least 95%. And then another is whole grains. When's the last time do you know what a whole grain is?
Oatmeal.
I was saying I eat oatmeal. Does that count?
I eat oatmeal.
No, it's not at all.
Oats,
Oats are not whole grains.
oats aren't a whole grain.
Not
There's
barley.
there's buckwheat, barley. There's amaranth.
Oh yeah, buckwheat. Buckwheat. I used to eat buckwheat.
Bulgur, did you eat bulgur?
Bulgur wheat.
I
is
used to
great.
have
Easy.
bulgur wheat.
So
Yeah.
the untampered, unrefined whole grains will increase your life expectancy by 10 years if you eat them once a week.
Are you fucking serious?
Once a week.
Wow.
Are you starting this?
99% of Americans don't eat their
This needs to
necessary
go on the podcast,
whole
bro.
grains.
The closed mouth don't get fed.
Are
This
oats
is the
not whole
nutrition.
grain?
Gay.
You might have to double check me. But
This needs to
there's-
go in the
there's-
pod-
There's
bro,
You
the
need to put your money where your mouth is.
Bro,
okay?
yeah,
And
no,
start this-
there's
I'm telling you, this
the
podcast
germ-
has
Okay, listen,
changed
I'll tell you
lives.
this one.
Endosperm.
If you can get the necessary equipment, I will refund
There's
you some
another-
money.
It's
Bro,
the
I
three-
usually
the
put your
three
money where your mouth
essentials.
is.
This is what I'm saying, bro. But we
I
need
want
this-
I want you to start. But you need
This
to
information goes out to people to be like, damn, like they're actually talking facts. Like,
You
this
need to
Boom.
want this, my guy.
is fun.
Beautiful.
You need to want
So if
this.
they're unrefined,
You need to do
which
it.
I think rolled
You need
oats
to
are still
stop
fine
doing
just
what
because
you're
they're
doing, stack your
pressed,
fucking
Yeah.
chips. And
That's
put your
perfectly
money
fine.
towards it, dog. Like,
Which-
if you want it,
in which
You
yeah,
gotta do it.
they're really really good for you. People don't understand that. People don't get that these things are so good for your body. They will increase your life expectancy if you
Whole
eat them
wheat,
once.
Oats.
If you work out 3 times a week for half an hour each, it will increase your life expectancy 10%.
Let's go.
That's it.
Let's go.
It is
I
that
don't
simple.
want to
You know,
for people.
we're like talking about life
It is.
expectancy when we're drinking alcohol.
Yeah, I'm trying, dude.
Hey, shut
in
the fuck up.
moderation, you piece of shit.
Think about it. We're so high IQ, we gotta dumb ourselves down to the peons. No
That's
disrespect. That's just how it is. Okay. Oh, what vitamins do Americans lack? Like, what are the
B12, D, C.
Mhm.
B12 is great. B12 is in your energy drinks.
What about calcium? I heard a lot of people are calcium deficient. Even though we have a
Calcium-
bunch of milk.
I drink Celsius every day, my boy.
There you go. Yeah, Celsius has your B12.
Let's go.
1000%.
Let's go.
I know that.
I'm on that shit daily.
You probably also have
Dude,
struggle
Americans
pooping,
need
don't
their
you?
fucking
Alright, well,
vitamin
struggle?
D.
Yeah.
I poop every day.
Not necessarily.
You're good?
I used to when I was a big boy. Dude, I used to poop almost once every 2 days.
It's-
when I was,
it's-
when I was overweight.
It's
now
the sugar
I poop about
replacements
3 times
that
a day.
really fuck up your lower intestine that struggles that
I poop
digest.
every day.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
in the
about 2
morning.
times a day.
Like,
Nice.
I feel like my
Twice a
routine,
day.
my schedule's kind of fucked.
Dude,
but
when I was
it's
lifting
usually
weights and I was really
right after I get out of
active.
bed, or like 30 minutes after I get out.
times
Yeah,
a day,
around the
4
same.
times a
Around
day.
like 7 a.m.
I was
Like,
because
it's-
you talking
It's
about the
dependent
vegetables.
when I get
Yeah,
out of
I-
bed.
Right.
You
So I
know?
had 5
That's
meals a
good.
day.
Yeah.
You know,
I just poop.
and they were smaller portions,
What
but
poop?
Probably
I-
carb protein loaded.
yeah, no, low carbs, high
Rice,
protein,
Really?
high vegetables. So it was
Veg is great
like
fiber.
probably like 100 to 70 grams of white rice, 150 grams of protein, and then 1 cup of vegetables
Cooked,
cooked.
which is 2 servings.
Yeah, so I had three servings. So in those 5 meals, 3
And I mean,
3 cups of
protein's
protein.
good. 150 is probably 7 ounces, which is really good. 6-7 ounces, which is really good
And then
for
100 to
a
70.
meal. And then
Yeah.
your carbs, obviously your rice
So,
coming
like,
in
not even a
4 or
cup.
5 ounces. Yeah, you said 100 grams, 4 ounces, and you mentioned vitamins. Vitamins that are missing is
Yeah,
gonna
I never
be
took vitamins.
D vitamin. If you don't walk outside, and if you do walk outside, wear sunscreen. It doesn't matter if you're dark skinned, wear sunscreen
I wear sunscreen on my
because
face.
it'll fuck you up. Vitamin D is #1 deficiency in America. #1. On top
Probably
of
not
that,
here in Florida.
it's
Probably not in Florida.
Maybe
it,
not
It
here.
depends. It depends if you're working like an office job and you never go to the beach.
Or outside.
Or just outside in general.
Maybe.
Well,
Like
that's
this-
why that's
I
why I
take
specified
supplements.
office job.
There's a girl in
I
my
have
office
to.
who
I
brings
take
her
D3
walking shoes to
supplements.
work.
Right.
She takes her quick lunch. She walks by like 20 minutes around
Vitamin
the plaza.
C
Oh, that's
is
good.
very
Yeah,
Iron
I
for
started that for
people
like 1 week and then
is a good one.
I stopped.
iron goes a lot deeper though.
Right.
Yeah, there's so many girls that are iron deficient.
You know why? You
good
wanna know-
girls with good pussy have
no,
iron deficiency.
Not you. I know you probably. No, Matt. Why are girls more iron deficient than males?
Pregnant, so not pregnant. Periods.
Their periods, right?
Yeah.
Because they're losing a lot of
Yeah,
blood.
yeah.
They're losing so much blood. They're losing pints at a time.
Dude, that was crazy when you
You
said
guys
that.
are
Did
fucking
you,
bleeding out. No.
did you say he
I said good girls with good pussy have iron deficiencies.
That's some good
Nice.
shit right there. That's awesome.
Nice. Feed her a steak or two.
Hell yeah, let's go, baby. I'm trying to get
Oh
you.
my god, I'd rather have her with the headaches, looking pale,
Some
taking care of my kids, fucking
Bro wants a goddamn vampire.
frustrated all the time.
No,
Yeah,
it's,
for real.
if you're vegetarian, it's kale and spinach are really, really great. Iron. Kale and spinach, remember.
What about carrots? What do you feel about carrots? Didn't Steve Jobs die on fucking just drinking carrots?
My eyes are so
Carotene,
beautiful.
beta-alanine, carotenes, which carrot is the number one in what it's named after. You know, World War II came in with they make your eyes better, saying that the British came up with a new GPS system. They could see them on that little circle, that green circle that swept. You know the
Right.
one.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying, oh my God, we have this brand new technology. We can't let the Germans know about it. So the Germans found out they could fucking see us through all this fog, all these clouds. They can see us. And then the spies come in, they're like, what the fuck, what's going on? They're like, we've been eating carrots, bro. You gotta hop on this carrot stuff. The carrots make your eyes better. We have radar.
Right.
The carrots don't
They
really,
don't.
they don't really increase your eyesight
Right.
like that. It was the technology.
How do you feel about blueberries in like Australia? I heard they're great antioxidants. They help
Blueberries
inflammation with your
are
Blueberries
great.
are high in antioxidants.
Yeah,
I blueberry max a lot.
Antioxidants.
I think if you were to incorporate anything into your diet, I would recommend non-fat yogurt.
Non-fat yogurt?
Real.
Really?
Oh,
Really?
my
Really?
God.
I love non-fat yogurt. Holy
Do
shit.
it. Do it once a day.
I was,
Once a day?
Well, you
I
need
was doing that
two,
so
2 to
much.
3.
This man will buy, you buy the
The
puff.
gut-
You buy
Dude,
puff.
that-
I want to
yeah.
go top throws with you.
Yeah.
What is that called?
I
The
had some-
microbiome.
That shit was
Our
gas
microbes
though.
in
Yeah.
our
You
gut.
had some granola in that bitch too?
Great for your digestive tract.
We're
Good
killing
for your
them.
microbiome. We're killing them.
How do you feel about like
listen,
turmeric?
What are we killing?
turmeric?
Our microbiomes.
I think you can
Oh,
season
in our
your
gut,
food
yeah,
however
yeah.
you want.
Right.
Alcohol kills our
does it
gut
help the digestive
bacteria.
tract?
I heard cayenne pepper's the
I
best
heard
seasoning
so.
for you if you were to try and get some of that.
I love
but,
cayenne.
but it's mostly about macros.
You love Cheyenne?
So that's the difference.
Shut the fuck up.
Your macronutrition and your micronutrition. A lot like League, it's your macro
Matt, do
versus
this.
your micro, right?
Macro gameplay versus micro.
Macro, exactly my
Okay.
point. So you know what the macros
Don't do
are.
it
I'll get
loud.
you started.
Oh.
Protein.
Right. What, for my macro? Like,
What are your macronutrients? Protein,
Okay, protein, carbs,
carbohydrates,
right?
You just you
fats.
can't do it.
Do I,
Fats.
do I have a small tongue or what?
You just put
protein,
the
carbs,
tongue in the roof of your
fats.
mouth.
Those are your main 3.
Yeah, right.
Put it
There's
put it
one
like
more that doesn't
I
really
put
count.
a-
It's alcohol.
put it like
Alcohol.
2 centimeters
Really?
behind
They
your
still
front
include
teeth.
that? Like,
No, because it doesn't provide nutritional
this
needs.
is
It's
shit alcohol.
So it's
Maybe it's a shape
it's
of my
4 calories per gram
Right.
for
It
carbs
can't
and
be.
protein.
Right.
It's 9 calories
Like,
per
just
gram
like-
for fat.
Right.
Alcohol is 7 calories per gram, but it doesn't give you any nutrient benefit.
Right. There's no benefit.
Everything else is micronutrients. Your A,
I'm
B,
surprised
C,
you can't
D,
do it. I mean,
F, G,
what is that?
H, I,
I
J,
can't do it
whatever.
loud.
Right.
Your potassium.
Are you guys not
everything.
hearing?
Yeah, Jack, are you able to click your click your
Oh, when I do something sour, it really clicks like
so click.
super loud.
Click. Do it.
No, like click your tongue.
Yeah.
Like that?
No, you guys can't do it?
No, I know you can do it loud.
Do like
Where you, yeah, yes, yeah, I can do that if I have something sour.
You're the only person I know
Like
who
maybe
can
a
do it,
soda.
Yeah, Matt,
I-
you're
a
the
soda
only
I
person I
can-
know who can do it
bro.
loud.
Exactly. You're the
Yeah.
only person on earth I know.
It's black people.
You know, but the thing
I
is,
swear to God. I swear to God. No, my friend Aset,
Uh-huh.
Marissa,
They can all do it loud.
they can do
all
that?
It's all the black people,
It's
and then
genetic
all the
phenotype.
Hispanics, all the white people around are like, how do you fucking do
I'm
that?
nerfed. I'm half. So
No, that's me. I'm like, how the fuck? No, literally.
we're nerfed, bro.
When I was a kid and Matt was doing it, I'm like, I was like, how are you doing that so loud?
You're speaking about alcohol, right?
Yeah.
So there's the thing where it's like, okay, alcohol counts.
I've
as
done a
your-
lot of studies on alcohol, by the way.
Well, basically, right? They say some wine per night can have long-term benefits, but obviously,
Isn't that not true?
if you overexert it, it can lead to detrimental health problems, right? So there's an in-between between alcohol.
I can tell you more about that.
What would you say is
Is
like
like
the
the
recommended?
aging and
Okay,
Say for
wine
our
that
age,
makes you
what would be
young?
the recommended? Say we say fuck beer, and we're like, okay, we want to still incorporate alcohol.
that's a great
The
question.
recommended dose of alcohol.
No, that's a great question, and that's what's funny about it.
I'm not
There-
asking for a prescription. I'm just asking
so,
advice.
So
Oh, okay.
people and doctors have been known to say that a glass of red wine can give you your antioxidant.
Can
So can blueberries. So can
Right.
omega 6s.
Blackberries.
Blackberries. Your
I was gonna say
salmon are really,
raspberries
really,
or
really good
coffee?
for you. Yes, essentially, your recommended intake for alcohol is 0. Always, never ever touch it. It is literally poison.
Yep.
Literally,
I
it
agree.
kills your cells. It kills your brain cells.
Right.
It kills your balls cells.
Right.
It kills everything.
Our microbiome in our gut.
It is done.
People be
You
making
have
babies
trouble
on
pooping.
this.
You have trouble having babies. You have trouble breathing. You have trouble living. Past 60, this is what kills you. This is what causes heart disease on top of your saturated fats. Never drink alcohol.
Plus, it adds to your calorie intake per day.
There was an old guy I was talking to him
Great
on
question.
the phone, a client.
Nobody knows that. I can't
I didn't
believe
know
it took me
those.
to go to university to learn
learn
this.
that.
Because I grew up thinking, this is the norm. This is the
Not the
Dude,
norm.
we talked about that in my drugs and alcohol class.
Yeah.
Fucking
Well,
crazy.
Elaborate, please.
Oh, no. We're just saying, like, the best dose of alcohol is no alcohol.
It's 0.
Yeah.
It's 0.
Alcohol's
There's
a psyop,
same
right?
same thing as added
Well,
sugar.
the thing is, alcohol has been around for so long.
At least 3,000 years.
Well, at least in the old world, as in, like,
Yeah.
Europe,
modern
Africa, Asia.
humanity.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, obviously goes to say, right? It's poison that you're putting in your body. It's fun as shit. Whatever. Do what you want.
Right.
But the same thing goes for added sugars.
Mm.
Added sugars, meaning fruit juice. Why drink a glass of orange juice when you can eat an orange? The added fiber into that orange is what sustains your body into thinking this isn't a spike of sugar, it's a natural piece of fruit
Right.
that you have to digest just like the rest of it. It's
Would you
very,
say-
very healthy for you.
Wouldn't you say though our
Or
natural
not
oranges are
pissing.
kind of fucked with?
Holy shit.
Since like the way they produce them now.
So you're asking about GMOs.
Right.
GMO, which is a genetically modified
Right.
organism.
Right.
I love GMO. We had a discussion about this in class where
They're good for people.
Well, the
because-
chef is like, how do you guys feel about GMOs? Let's open a discussion. I was the only one that was like, I'm all for it because 20 years ago, Brussels sprouts were inedible.
Mm.
They were inedible.
I don't
We
know.
can't eat the Brussels sprouts. The thing that and that's
I
why
love Brussels
just
sprouts.
recently,
They're really good.
recently, you see it, right? Everyone loves it. It's on every menu you go to.
I
out
love
out
Brussels
in
Yeah,
Brussels.
because like you
people
get
love it.
steak, Brussels sprouts.
Dude,
and-
Yeah,
Ask-
bacon Brussels sprouts is always there.
Ask,
Woo!
I don't know, but ask your parents growing up, right? You don't see Brussels sprouts growing up 20 years ago. They weren't a thing. They weren't because it needed GMOs to change the way that these things grew
Right.
in a way that it'll grow something non-toxic and big enough for us to eat.
Right.
We owe everything we have to modern apples, bananas, watermelons, and
Yeah,
Brussels sprouts.
the seedless fucking mangoes. Oh, shit, I don't know how they do it.
Everything. We have cotton candy grapes. You guys seen those?
Those are awesome.
Oh my
I
God.
don't taste it.
They're awesome.
Don't taste
They're
it.
great.
I
They're
love
great.
I don't know, but I don't
Awesome.
taste it. Like I've had them because people are like, oh,
But
yeah,
they're like sweet.
I've had this in my
right?
office. They're
You know?
sweet, but like, people like some people are like, oh, they taste
I don't
like
taste
cotton candy.
exactly like
Okay.
candy.
I would say though,
All grapes are sweet though. I don't
But
get it.
everything you see in the store that is picture perfect, that's a GMO. It's a GMO.
would you say without the modernization of
And
GMOs?
I think eggs are the biggest benefactor.
Yeah, would you say the
Oh my
modernization of
God.
GMOs have helped add more food to the people that can actually acquire this food?
So what's special about that, and I really, really do love these questions, is that GMOs not only give us new food that we can work with, like Brussels sprouts, but it increases longevity on the shelves. You have an apple back in the day, you pick it off of the tree, it's moldy at 3 days.
Right.
You can have it sitting in the grocery store for 2 weeks,
Right.
and it's fine.
Right.
You can pick it up and eat it, and it's fine. That's because of GMOs. It's because of these things that we do to these organisms that make them more longevical.
Right.
Or whatever. right?
Thank
It
you,
make them
capitalism.
and
Thank
the
you, capitalism.
The term
It's
is
not even
shelf
just
stable.
capitalism. I don't know if you got into this.
It could be. It's definitely a
It
driving
could be.
factor.
I don't know if you got into this,
Probably
but like
not.
if we really think about GMOs, like domesticating fucking corn, that's making a GMO.
Yeah.
Ooh, do you
No.
remember maize?
Yeah.
You learned about maize growing up. It's all different colors. It's
yeah,
all different
and
shapes.
now it's like
Now-
they're actually dying, and people are trying to save them.
Now it's corn. Corn is what? I forget the percentage. It's like 40% of all of the food eaten in the world.
You know, there's a
It's
percentage
corn.
of
cornmeal,
natural gas
corn
too.
grain, and corn.
Yeah.
itself,
Corn oil.
Corn kernels,
Well,
corn
it's
oil.
not natural gas. It's just
everything.
ethanol.
On top of rapeseed,
That's what I mean.
which is canola oil. I don't know why they advertise them as two different things.
Well, because rape won't go
Wait,
well.
did you guys?
Yeah, but you read on the it says rapeseed oil and then parentheses.
But they're not gonna put
Canola.
Oh, buy rapeseed on the
we
top.
fried it in rapeseed oil.
I know,
you know, it's
right?
like all right.
Did you learn about seed
Yeah.
oils in university? There's
Yes.
been a big fucking like backlash of seed oils because it harms humans.
So what's funny is
Seed oil
on-
isn't good.
So I took a class called vegetarian cuisine.
Right.
It was we didn't see a piece of meat the
Right.
whole class.
Right.
We didn't see a piece of meat.
Uh-huh.
No pork, beef, fish, chicken, nothing.
God, that sounds sad.
It
I know,
was
right?
it was
What is sad,
extremely
sad,
sad.
like-
It was extremely lots of tofu, lots of seitan, which is
Tofu's
which
fire.
is-
Tofu's fire.
Tofu's great. Seitan, which is wheat gluten. If you know what gluten is, it's the structure that holds
That's
bread
that.
together.
That's that
Yeah.
thick stuff.
It's the protein that holds bread together. So if you have a dough that if you see stretchy, the protein in there is called gluten. That's
Yeah.
holding it together. It's when you wash all of the wheat out and you're just left with that protein. It's pure protein, seitan. What was the question? Where was I going?
Seed oils.
Seed oils. What was I talking about seed oils?
I thought you were getting there.
Because you're in the
No,
vegetarian
there was
class?
something else. There was something else.
Rapeseed.
Rapeseed.
I don't know.
Oh, fuck me. I lost it.
Canola oil is bad for us. Seed oils are bad.
Damn, bro, I'm fucking kind of hot.
What I was getting to
See?
is we went to soy day where we were talking soy.
Soy?
Obviously, so protein, tofu is great for you.
Right.
Tofu is amazing. It's a clean protein. It's made from soy. It's made from soybeans,
Right.
and you make it very cleanly. So I of course, I have all the questions, right? Me and you, we love to ask questions.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm like, Professor, I hear that increasing your soy in your diet also increases your estrogen.
That's if you eat like a fuck ton though.
And she's like, that's a good question. Because people have misconstrued that concept with increasing your soy intake and increasing your estrogen development. It's a myth.
Right.
It's essentially a myth where if you eat a processed soy unit, tofu, for example, nothing's going to happen to you. Nothing's going to happen. You're not going to fucking grow tits or whatever.
It's like the whole Diet Coke thing. If you drink 14,000 fucking Diet Cokes a day,
You'll get cancer.
you'll get cancer. But no one.
No one's saying your risk is any lower, but I got to piss.
This guy's making piss.
Bro, I still can't believe I fucking lost the Zins, man.
It's okay, brother. It's okay, brother.
You lost it. Damn.
I'm gonna check downstairs one more time.
Yeah, are you sure it's not on the counter?
I don't fucking know. Bro, I would not leave them on the counter, honestly.
It's kind of cold.
A little bit. Hello. We're just upstairs on the balcony just talking. Yeah, just catching up before we go to bed. God, these two have grown in size. Like, I remember when they were so small. It was crazy. Can't believe it. Time just flies. No, I was just looking for my shoes and then I found my wallet. I was like kind of freaking out. I'm like, you going to bed? Well, thank you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'll see you. We'll be out your hair soon. Of course, of course. Yeah, that shit's long gone. I don't even know where those shits are.
Oh, good. We're all here.
What's up?
Tyler 1 just impregnated
Michaela?
Michaela.
He's being a dad?
They're pregnant.
And they're not married.
Bastard.
That's disgusting. You should just leave her.
They probably talked about it.
He's a millionaire. Are we here? Are we there?
We're in theater.
We're here. We're there.
Yeah. He has a contract with one of the biggest.
I
You wanna know a friend? You wanna know how?
A friend you were talking about.
He's Tyler fucking 1.
Okay, this is a friend you guys talking about. I'm like, this guy really? I want to be a millionaire. Who the fuck is this guy a millionaire?
If you can grow a following like that, you deserve it.
Telling you, the attention economy is one of the fastest way to make money. Either that,
They're pregnant.
that's crazy. He's gonna be a dad. T1 baby.
Did you call it attention economy?
Yeah,
That's kind of fire.
it's literally what it's called. It's the attention economy.
I mean, kind of.
That's real. Whatever can hold your attention the longest.
Whatever holds your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
T1.
Yeah.
I hope it's a boy.
Is he streaming games?
He streams League of Legends.
Oh yes,
That's it. Yeah.
My cousin plays. My cousin plays that.
When he got
Oh.
on,
Hey guys, can we play Dungeons and Dragons?
you're kidding.
That's nuts.
Yo,
You know what's funny about that?
my cousin plays that.
Lucas, yeah.
Yeah, so we were at dinner.
That's insane you just said that.
Huh?
That's insane you just said that. Because they've always wanted to play, or they play.
Bro, you want my cousin to be the? So he actually does Dungeon Master. Like he only does
He's
Dungeon
the
Master.
DM.
Yes, my cousin.
You know how creative and how outgoing you
Dude,
have to be for that?
we
Anybody need a beer?
we had family dinner.
I'm okay for now.
Do you want to split one?
I'm okay for now.
I'll split one.
I'll split
If you
one.
want to have half of it.
Yeah, I have. So he's been doing this since he was a teenager. Teenager playing with the grown-ups. And he's been the Dungeon Master for his league for 7 years.
Holy shit.
What?
Or last league is whatever.
Does your uncle play?
No, my uncle doesn't play. Yo, I will.
Because I know your uncle played WoW, right?
Dickhead. Yeah, my uncle and him played World of Warcraft. Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, that was a fun
They
game.
brought over that Alienware PC.
Woo! The Alienware was
That
like,
green PC.
yeah, that shit was badass, dude. My uncle was still to this day big in technology, man.
That's awesome.
He's big into
How
that.
is he?
He's good. I just saw him last night. He's good. My niece, Sweet 16.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's 16, the DM?
No.
No, he's 24.
Okay.
He's my age. We're only a month apart. Me and my cousins.
25.
Oh, whatever. He's 25.
I was saying like,
I haven't
huh?
seen
So-
Lucas in so long. Oh my God.
on that topic, right, of D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. Me, Jeremy, my brother Nicholas, and our friend Jack, we run a campaign, which is what it's called when you have
There we go.
an
Yeah.
arena, a world together. You each build your character, you build your stats. It's very, very intricate. It's very difficult, and it is quite a dedication. We played for a couple months.
So his
Weekly.
Yeah.
We had a schedule. Every Thursday night we would play. We would all get on. We'd talk to each other. We'd be on the same world. We'd be on the same page. It is so much fun, especially with a group that you know and that you trust, and especially with a DM that you know is going to be creative.
Yeah.
Because the DM builds everything for you visually and mentally.
I was free every Thursday.
You want to take it from here, man? I mean, I'm
Well,
disappointed.
I mean-
Apparently, I get blamed for not, but this semester I was free every Thursday. Jack said jack shit from August to December.
It's okay because I have someone who has 10 years on his belt, his campaign. So the longest game is the one he has now with the same people. So I think the first one was 3 years, and now this one's still ongoing 4 years strong.
Do you know what level they are? Have you? Because
What level?
I just talked with Paul at the lake. He said they hit level 15. We're level 3, and we went for 2 months.
Jesus.
It's like, and it's incremental, right? It's like you got to be going for years and years to hit 15. Oh my
Yeah,
You
he's
want
a-
me to get him on the phone?
He's a level.
If you want to call him, say
He's a level
You
15 paladin.
You don't mind?
No, I don't mind at all.
Dude,
Ask if he'd be even open to starting a new campaign
Call Lucas
with
Labrador.
new players.
When you were sick at the lake, he casted a healing spell.
He did. I love Paul. He casted a healing spell on me, bro.
I wonder if he remembers me. Probably not.
My point is, it's an immense dedication that really the DM is gonna hate you if you give in and be like, I can't right now. It is more. You can't call out like your job.
No, it's
My
dedication.
job, you might get fired. Your DM, they'll ghost you.
Oh, he does marketing for he works for like he
It was
does
a lot
marketing
of
for
fun.
motorcycle dealerships.
D&D is
Is it the
you
shit?
would absolutely love
and
it.
like ATV.
I think
Yeah.
as a DM, if you wanted to learn it, you would
I want to
accept.
be
Really?
And if we were to do a podcast, that could be it.
A D&D podcast?
Because, dude,
Takes a lot of dedication.
it's dedication for sure. But if we were to be, if we could put a whole day aside once a week, a day off, I don't know. I would be super down. I mean,
Yeah,
4, 5, 7 people.
It's
like,
I played a game with him over dinner. We did a short game for dinner, bro. I was in there, man. I'm like, okay, So he goes, the dragon is
creativity.
gonna.
The creativity,
Right, so I picked up
Anything.
a girl along the way, and so he goes and there's like you're presented with the dragon, his snarl, da 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 da. He was into it, and so I'm like, and he goes, what do you do? I present the girl to him, right, and he goes, man, you thrust the girl da 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 his way, he receives it and he knows it's a gift. Da 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 da. I'm like, we take it.
He uses his words. Like,
Yes.
like, wow.
He-
It's like, I can see this happening.
Yes,
in my head.
and right. He goes, the dragon accepts your gift graciously. He's still hesitant. He eats her. He eats her. He crunches her up. Da, 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 da. He accepts your gift, but he's still hesitant on your basically my what do I need? What do I want from him, right? And then it's like I want to be his friend. And so you kneel before him and you show him your respect, and he is now da da da. And I think I didn't get to ride him yet. He goes so. I think I was presented with a situation where I could ride him, and he goes, I'm like, can I ride the dragon? He goes, you da 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 da, and swiftly
You have to roll for the ride. And maybe you have to test your.
Yes, I test my luck. Holy shit!
Test your luck.
Because there was one time I was just presented with a door, and I'm like, I do this, and I roll the dice, and he goes, oh, you know what else can you do?
D20, which is dice 20 sides.
And so he had an app on his phone.
Yep.
Where we could do it, and then yeah, man, it was fantastic.
It's
I was
super
actually really into it. And I'm like, damn, like bro, like I see what they're on. Like, it was fun.
It's
it was
cool.
very, very
From
fun.
the outside, it's like this is another game that the nerds play. It's like whatever. It's a weird niche, right?
Mhm.
But when you really understand, it's insane. It's insane. The creativity that goes into it, the intricacy that goes into it, and the freedom is my favorite part. Because when I would play with Jeremy, any idea how out of pocket or sus that Jeremy can be sometimes, right? It's like, yeah, oh my god, you see a bleeding out fucking prisoner. Jeremy's like, I'm gonna roll to rape her. Yeah, I'm gonna roll.
I don't.
Are you fucking
It's like
serious?
it's a 17. It's like, yeah, success. All right, Jeremy walks up.
I never.
Jeremy walks
rolled.
up, rips her pants off, viciously sticks his penis
That's
in
so
her.
funny. I'm gonna roll a rape her real quick. Hold
I
on.
never rolled to rape anybody.
She struggles, but Jeremy
That's a I don't
shoves her
fucking
face
shit.
into the dirt.
That's crazy.
So basically, there's anything.
He's sweating with joy.
But that's the fun part, is that the DM, the person who's in charge of the whole thing, has to be willing to deal with any of it.
But not
What
only
if
that,
he's not willing to?
the DM?
There is no case that happened.
The DM has to be an amazing storyteller. Like the
True.
talent and the work the DM has to do to tell a story, a compelling story about the game.
Okay.
It's fucking crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
It is. Like, man, I'm telling you, when me and my cousin did it, like, it was great. I was like, bro, I literally got chills. I was like, fuck, like, yeah, like, oh, dude.
Did
It was
Lucas,
good. He's
like,
good.
did he make
He's
any
good.
voices for different characters?
I don't think he did, but there were certain points where I'm like, oh, you're doing too much. Like, this is. He was definitely really like he was excited. He's happy about it, but like, he's really good at it. I will tell you, and he is like that personality because he's I think you're the only one who's met him. He's he's an awkward kid, but like.
Dude, we used to play Pokemon with him.
Yeah,
That
man,
was
he's really into
fire.
games, man. He's really into it. He's really outgoing if you know him, but he's very like weird, standoffish, and quiet if you don't.
I haven't seen Lucas.
Like, even if you do get to know him and he's super excited and talkative, he's still fake.
It's been literally way over a decade since I last saw him. Like probably in middle school. I
I'm
last saw him.
tipsy.
Hey Tipsy, nice to meet you. I'm Jeremy.
See,
So D&D,
why are you saying
worth
this with
playing.
hands?
Is it?
dude?
It's not just a fucking nerd game. You know? It's-
How would I even start if I wanted to like learn about it?
so
Dad
if you
joke.
want to start, I would recommend finding a
Shows your
group
age.
that is dedicated. You
But, like,
need
25
dedication.
25 is
Like if I played with you guys,
not in like the legal sense, but in like the
would it be
The-
possible?
the
Because
Isaac
everyone's
roll.
busy.
yeah.
Ah,
You said this guy got blamed for not.
He got
Like 35 to do
blamed.
25.
I don't know why he's
Yeah.
off putting blame like that, but
Yeah.
it was definitely Jeremy's fault.
Huh?
There were 2 or 3 weeks in a row where Jeremy couldn't make it, and then it just fizzled. That was
No.
it. Yeah.
There were literal times when you couldn't make it and I could make it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, pucker your lip. boy.
Except we blame Jeremy.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was blamed every week when it wasn't my fault.
Jeremy, how do you fuck up, bro? On
I
D&D?
didn't fuck. I was free every Thursday this semester.
This semester's different.
The past 16 weeks, I was free.
That's crazy.
Jack never said a thing.
Jack also did give up on us.
To be fair, I didn't say anything.
Who was GM?
Jack.
DM,
DM? Dungeon Master?
Dungeon Master.
Was he a great storyteller? At least?
Oh my god.
One of the best.
Oh,
He was so. I
Amazing.
mean, you know Jack.
Yeah, Jack's really good
His creativity with the words that he would use
Right.
in explanation of what was going on. Like Nicholas was some kind of bird person. I was like a dragon person.
I was
This
a
guy
cat
was
person.
a fucking cat.
Of course
And
you.
it's like
Of course you would.
I was a
he
cat
would
monk.
elaborately explain how Nicholas would pick Jeremy up by his talons and throw him into the group of people attacking them all at once. And it's like I can see this happening in my head. And what helped obviously was the video game visual that we had instead of just a board with little figures, which we used to do until we developed the online portion to play from afar. But altogether, it was insane. It was insane.
Damn.
Yeah. Definitely worth playing. D&D is crazy.
So is
Forms crazy bonds and allows for really intricate storytelling. You know, D&D. I never expected it, but
Yeah,
I'm glad
hopefully-
to have that under my belt.
I will text him tomorrow. Hopefully, I mean, how long are you here for?
3 weeks till the 7th.
Because I haven't seen him in like honestly like a year. Well, no, a few months. So
Who, Lucas?
yeah, if
You,
you
you just said you saw him like last night.
no, my uncle.
Oh, your uncle.
He couldn't make it to the because he has a thing with driving me the fuck up. Right? He's a little sissy boy, but
Sissy boy.
yeah, he's a thing with driving. It was raining. It was raining so bad all last like all day, like 24 hours. It was crazy.
That's real.
But if I was texting tomorrow, if I can get him on board, and see him and bring him and like maybe we can just do like maybe like a one night game. You know what I mean? Like
Feel it out.
Like a one shot.
yeah, like we'll see if he even goes with the schedule and all that. But I think it'd be cool to even just hang out with him and bring him around my friends. You know what I mean? He doesn't. I don't
Maybe
know
he'll
what he
remember
does.
me.
Maybe he doesn't get out
I don't
much
know.
or what.
Does not get out.
So then, yeah, I would definitely see how it plays out. The most intricate part of it is we had to print out papers and actually fill them out.
Yeah.
Like
He's
handwriting.
Yeah, he's writing a book too. He wants to print his own like types of driving book.
If he
That's
has his
wild.
own story to tell, then that's definitely worth it. It's a huge market. Yeah, that's awesome.
Wow.
There's a lot of
that big of a market.
I mean, you go to like
There's a lot of
fucking.
gamers.
I don't know what was the
Fast food.
anime shop around here in the mall. It
Is
was
that not opening? There's a comic
It's,
book store on Military and Cherry Road.
Military.
That's
That's
possible,
PPF. I'm talking about the
You know what I'm
mall
talking
where
about?
they have
Yeah,
like
that's
records.
comics?
We used to go there.
We
in-
didn't go there since high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, we play there.
My dad goes to buy comics.
The mall shop with records and shit with all the
FYE.
FYE.
Yeah.
FYE has these what they're
FYI?
called starter kits with D&D, and they'll have everything you need to get started with a campaign. Meaning that if you don't have a DM, you can choose someone and say, "Here, read from this. This is the script. This is basically where you're getting at and where you're coming from. This is what's supposed to happen. This is how to get there." And if you get some weird question on how to get there, this is how you answer it. It's
Mhm.
very intricate, and it has little pieces, and it's a huge book that you have to read. So to be a DM, you need to know all of that
You need to know how to read.
and know how to create your own from your imagination,
Yeah.
which is pretty difficult.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he was really quick, just
Quick.
really quick with his spot
Witty.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, it was really fun, man. I fucking enjoyed it.
Wow.
So I see where you guys come from. It's crazy.
I mean, if Jeremy didn't ruin it all, I mean, well, no, sorry.
Huh?